Monday marks 3 years since the shootings at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown. And this morning, dozens of people are heading to the nation's capital for a vigil to remember all victims of gun violence. News 8's Ken Pierce live in Newtown this morning with more on that.
Shaka.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Keith and Lori. That bus left here in Newtown just a few minutes ago to head to Washington, D.C. They're going there because tonight is the third annual National Vigil for all victims of gun violence. And it comes just a few days before the third anniversary of the shooting in Newtown. Sandy Hook Elementary School is just a couple of miles away from where I'm standing. So 3 or 4 dozen people got on that bus early this morning, mostly members of Sandy Hook Promise. That is an organization that was started by people who lost loved ones in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. The idea is to educate and empower people and communities and schools to try to prevent the kind of gun violence we saw 3 years ago and the kind of gun violence we are still seeing. One of the people who got on that bus this morning, Matthew Soto, the brother of Vicky Soto, the hero teacher who literally blocked the bullets with her own body to try to save the children in her classroom. And I asked him what goes through his mind when we see all the other mass shootings, such as we just did in San Bernardino.
I get sick to my stomach, and it's horrible that we live in a country that it's a daily occurrence for us, because there's been a mass shooting almost every day now, and it's sad that we've become accustomed to it, and that shouldn't be the norm.
The vigil tonight is at 7 o'clock at a church on Capitol Hill, but because they've already left, they're going to get down there very early for that 7 o'clock vigil. They're going to spend this afternoon talking to senators and representatives, members of Congress on Capitol Hill, trying to maybe change some minds about national gun laws. The odds are probably stacked against them in that, but they're still going to try. And as we come up on the third anniversary of the Sandy Hook shootings on Monday, I asked the head of Sandy Hook Promise, what should we be thinking about? She said, remember and honor those we lost and try to do something good for others. We're live in Newtown this morning. I'm Kent Pierce. Back to you.
Thanks a lot.